everybody, and welcome to another episode of Curse and Mother Misery. Tonight we're playing the Monster Curses Rod, but it's changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark the RPG, everything created by Marc. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. I have a wonderful cast of players with me. I got Lady Lyria, our half-elven magus, played by Julie. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hamarty, unusually warlock, played by Cookie. Hello.
Hello.
Next of our the Vestadi Tiefling Bard, played by Adriano. Hello.
What's going on?
And certainly not least, we got Suras with our Dragonborn Paladin, played by Erinox. Hello. Hello. Every time. What happened last time, gang?
Thankfully,
Shit. Shit.
I think Asphodel lost it.
There's no real
She's
reaching it. She's one single pine straw away from snapping.
You almost murdered someone in front of a child.
Pine straw away. Okay, it's the single straw that breaks the Asphodel's back. One more push.
I got spawed.
But I
can stab you again.
Not like that stabbing did anything the first time, but
True.
But I
can
can
just stab you harder.
I can run the recap though. If memory serves right. We started the campaign last week of everybody inside the cave about to confront the werewolves, and there was somewhat of a confrontation that between Nyx, Illyria, and Hamartia, with that one I got it with Zuleika, and they went to chatting for a bit, kind of. Wow. In the meantime, Hamartia sent Soul out to signal Asphodel Bull in here, and she does. And Hamartia did a little thorn work on the ground to separate the motherly-looking wolf and some other kid wolf away from the action that could happen where the kids are being held, which is also where Zuleika and everybody else is. But there wasn't bloodshed immediately, or bloodshed at all, technically. Since they got to talking, okay, and then Bianca showed her bitch ass up, saying, Zuleika, you shouldn't be thinking these things. Our pack leader is Kirill now. And Zuleika, through talking with the party why they're here, has realized that no, actually, fuck this shit. I never liked Kirill. I go against everything that Kirill stands for. I'm actually gonna go with fuck the pack leader. I'm gonna find my true pack leader, which is Emil, right? Emil?
Yes. Because of the prophecy and because she was partnered with Emil.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were lovey-dovey.
They were lovey-dovey.
Yeah, lovey-dovey and prophecy. The whole point of all of this nonsense with the werewolf has to do something with the Night Mother and the prophecy that, if I remember correctly, is to screw Strahd. Some way, somehow, I think. Basically, using the children to raise an army. That's it. Yeah, so that happened. Asphodel didn't give a damn. She just started opening up, breaking the locks of kids' cages. As conversation went on. And then came the point where Bianca said, I don't know, I don't know what happened to Emil. And Asphodel did a nat 20 bullshit check. and that's a lie. She knows what happened to Emil, what really happened. That Emil didn't get lost in the woods somewhere, or anything, or there's the forest is dangerous. Something, anything could have happened to him. No, she knows what's up, and she was held in a chokehold by Asphodel, and was strongly persuaded to tell the truth.
Almost killed her.
Strongly persuaded.
It almost killed is not killed.
Yet.
It's barely. But that happened. She spilled that that a deal was struck between Kirill and Strahd, where Strahd will promise some, a suitable living in Barovia, away from this dank and dungy cave, where no longer like cold and wintry. Pretty much in exchange that Strahd will, exchange for their loyalty, I believe, and in doing so, Strahd would also take care of Emil, whatever that may be. Just take care of him, which they did. That allowed Kirill to take center stage after I think Zuleika took the reins, and then Kirill said nah and bumped her off real quick.
No.
Is that what happened?
I want to say Kirill actually fought Emil for the position. Right?
Yes. Zuleika was never alpha. She tried, and she learned some secrets because
like all of the ones who try are told about that problem.
Precis, exactly. Because if they end up killing the other alpha, they need to know before they take the position. So Zuleika tried but failed, then stopped, fell in love with Emil. Kirill continued searching for it, and then eventually she apparently succeeded in taking the position of alpha from him. But before he could challenge her back to maybe take it back, he disappeared.
Okay. All right. So thank you for clarifying that. I got
confused. Most he vanished.
He quote unquote vanished. But yeah, so that's what's up. That's also around this. A little bit before that, another werewolf came in whose name is. It was the dude.
Old guy,
Skennis.
What? A Skennis? Alright.
Yeah, Skennis.
Okay, Skennis came in, and so because he was interested in hearing, and so he heard. Same thing with when Sensia heard too. And yeah, I think we talked about like what to do with Bianca, since that we were notified that at any point, any time now, Kirill can bull in. And so we figured what to do. Asphodel just says, all right. He comes on the silver cuffs, comes on the chains, and sit outside and burn for a bit. Lightly burn for a bit. And of course the kids saw, and they are now terrified.
He did. Okay.
But yeah, some other things with when Sensia happened, some conversations, some dealings of what to do with these kids. But we did leave off before I went down that Skennis was going to explain to Asphodel and the party why is it important to have this fucking tradition and this leader. Why do you need a pack leader? Pretty much.
Yeah, why they're doing what they're doing, basically, in this way.
Yeah.
In this manner. Yes, indeed. We also had Vincentia was worried about the children not being accepted by the superstitious Barovians, and argued that they were better off this way, especially if they had parents that were halvers. Seems to be some history, some stuff about that.
There's a thing called gear fear in this.
What else? Oh yeah, and also the prophecy specifically mentioned a figure from the past carrying 3 items.
Click on the Mac?
Yeah, no, that was everything. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's bring it back into it, shall we? Woo! Let's go here through deep caves. Back to this clusterfuck. Alright. Despite the momentary truce that has been agreed upon by both parties here in this mossy and firelit cavern, chaos and uncertainty still reigns. The 3 cages holding new and young recruits to the Red Fang have been opened and somewhat broken by Asphodel. Its former prisoners have stepped out of them, but are still caged by their fear as they press themselves up into the dark corners of the far cave wall. Much of the space of this inner sanctum is occupied in the center by large beasts. 3 direwolves pace, and a giant eagle perch close by. Together with a pack of wolves lurking behind Skennis, they watch all and any moment, waiting for a reason to protect their charges. Just beyond a corner, Bianca remained guarded, enchained in silver, moaning in delirious pain from time to time. Vincentia continued to fret over the children, constantly sending them nervous glances. Obviously, the lengthy conversation back and forth between her and Asphodel has not left her at ease. Behind her back, 2 women keep to themselves, keeping a worried eye on Vincentia and the situation before them. Zuleika, on the other hand, remains excited, toying with a simple iron necklace around her neck, shaped like a stylized bat, and sometimes glancing to the broken hilt of the sun sword fastened at Deliria's hip. All the while, the painted black eyes of the mysterious Mother Night statue surveys the room from a raised platform, surrounded by her gems and gold. Maybe she wonders to herself what will come first: a united decision by Team Trauma, or the return of the Alpha. As we return to this tense moment, Skennis has just finished briefly explaining the origins of the Red Fang, how they served as honored protectors of the Sadovich royals, but when Strahd murdered his own brother, something changed. Hamartia interrupted him with an almost accusatory tone. She exclaimed, "You knew this all this time?" And Skennis merely shrugged his shoulders and answered, "We were there." So, Team Trauma, do you have any further questions or accusations for Skennis, or do you impatiently wait for him to continue?
Okay, so he wasn't done about why you need a team lead. A pack lead, right?
He just finished giving some context, right, of what the Red Fang started off as, not why they're doing what they're doing, right? Like,
okay,
He looks like he's about to continue with something, right?
Yes, but there's just a brief pause here if you want to jump in.
Okay, Asphodel will just kind of wait, patiently, but it's easy to tell by the party that her patience is running very thin.
All right.
Illyria kind of glances a little bit towards Asphodel, and but also just kind of looks at kind of waiting for him to continue.
You can use
Essie
that build as
is
well. That,
looking
like,
a
from
bit
here,
irritated
you can just drag and drop that,
and
right there on
a
it.
bit done with all of your hesitation. She's just waiting for like diplomacy to break down and the chaos to resume, eyeing up her targets and like planning strategy in her head. All right, Hermione and Nyx.
I guess I'm like just observing, like making sure that if there's any sort of encroachment, he's so ready for such a battle to go down. He's concerned about the children to a certain degree, since Asphodel is all about, showing some strength here, and ultimately we're here for rescue, but things have changed. And he, from time to time, he'll just like glance towards the statue of Mother Night and get the heebie-jeebies from like a dream, a memory long past, and cast his eye over the mountain of golden jewels beneath her, like just that sort of stuff. Like, not really necessarily participating here. He understands that Asphodel needs the space to do what she needs to do. So, yeah. Observing. Prepared.
Alright. Ham?
Ham is currently
and then an air smart.
quite shocked from the revelation. She is eyeing Asphodel and trying to read what Asphodel's next move is.
Alright. So, the brief pause, the brief moment passes, and Skin is kind of casually scratches the back of his head as he continues trying to recall old memories of a tale that he heard a long time ago. Yeah, as I said, we were there. It got a little bit awkward after that. You see, we were charged with protecting all of them, and then suddenly one of them murdered the other. It was a confusing time, as I understood. Like, a few of our members immediately reacted, and the others stood aside. There were a bloodbath that went on. There was a lot of nobles, a lot of our own members that died that evening, and then something strange happened.
Popular streamers get their own item right in the game, but it's
From
like an actual
sunlight,
item.
it turned very misty, and it has remained misty ever since.
Or a
Suddenly we couldn't leave.
Pastille has a gas
Suddenly there were some strange things afoot.
General Sam has rat cola.
Strat von Sarfich, from what I understand,
Aqua FPS has
after some time continued to murder his own court when he realized that the amount of blood that is available in the valley wasn't enough to feed everybody.
Pretty cool.
This again made things awkward with the Red Fang Pack, because we were supposed, he was the Emperor, we were supposed to follow his orders, but we were also supposed to protect everybody. The two things didn't align. So we attacked him. With some nobles who were disgruntled with us. It didn't end well. More blood was shed. We were reduced to a very few of us still left, and then his appetite for blood just, from one second to the other, in a snap of a finger, just ended. And he sat down and told us to basically fuck off. Knowing that everybody will die if we continue this whole thing. Somehow we had grown very powerful through this whole thing. We didn't understand why. Everything was confusing. And all this tale also is very strange. I'm sure details has been left out and disappear from each retelling of it. So, take everything with a grain of salt. Then, to protect what was left of our pack, of our heritage, of our traditions, we searched the Valley of Barovia for a way out of the mists. We found this cave, but we did not find an escape.
This guy had big loot on him last time. I'll check again. See if
So, we plotted our revenge.
You can take the key if you want. On the body.
And the decision of the Red Fang members that were still alive, they all agreed upon this. That we would remain ever ready for an opportunity, together with this prophecy that we learned of later through discovering this strange Mother Night figure. We will be ever ready for a moment where we can reclaim our lost honor.
Nope, that's another player.
In taking out the tyrant.
I step out here. You can see me?
However, we are
Come on, let's push up.
scared that if we ever grew too big, too numerous, if we started taking too many Barovian childs, then the tyrant in the castle would notice.
That's pretty far away.
And perhaps
Run,
decide
open the
to
door.
finish the job.
I'll keep Overwatch.
But we didn't want to die out. This Red
It's a
Fang.
quest item, so
The
if you
honor,
don't need
the
to put it
traditions,
anywhere, it goes
the
in a
knowledge
special
that has been
container,
passed down.
like a special pouch.
We needed to be ready, to be powerful, to be
Yes,
strong
you
when
need
we
to
were
extract
needed.
out with it.
And thus, I say it with a lot
Yeah.
of guilt and a heavy
Yeah, yeah.
heart. We decided that
I'm gonna run and grab it myself.
only
And then I
only
think we head to
the most
extract,
powerful
this is a pretty important quest to get over with.
of recruits
It allows you to buy a different
would
gun.
be allowed to become a part of the Red Fang pack
I
as
think
we waited
best way, we heard people on the right, so
for
let's
this
jump over
opportunity
here.
to come.
Save up some stam.
I hope that cleared some of this up.
And
It's regrettable, but
it is good.
it's the truth.
That you
Can Asphodel make a empathy composure check that is the truth? That all he said is in fact how he believes in his perspective.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make an empathy.
You forgot to jump.
On 15.
15.
There you go. It's a long jump, so you take a lot of damage. Don't go up now onto the road. You're out in the open right now. You can heal just by pressing 4 again, if you want. Not that much
Oh,
damage.
okay.
We're gonna follow this road. Moving quickly can be very useful, right? But
Interesting.
Oh no.
run past that opening.
No, there's nothing that
That is very
would
close.
lead you to think that
Very
he is
grenade?
not saying the truth. But he seems a bit
I threw
of a sly fox to
flashbang
you.
over there, run past here?
There's still suspicion in there.
Remove.
Asa kind of just
we do
narrows her
go by
eyes
that guy. That is a.
and says,
He's up above us.
"Then tell me,
I
how
got.
exactly did you get new recruits before the incident with Strahd ever happened? How was a leader chosen then if you've just told me that it was more of a recent change, that only the strongest of you gets to be leader? How was it then before?"
Honestly?
Well, from what I understand, everything was quite standardized, civilized back in the day when the Savoie Empire as a structure still functioned. But still, from what
Probably.
I understand and what I assume
Yeah.
is that,
I'm
of
just
course,
disappointed I didn't kill him.
the vampires wanted around martially capable people to protect them, right? To be lazy, to not lift a finger, until it became necessary at least.
You didn't answer my question. How did you get new recruits back then?
As I
And
said,
exactly how was a leader chosen?
it was always the case, I'm quite sure, that the leaders were chosen because of their might. From what I know, there used to be a vampire captain of the Red Fang that was supposed to sick us on a target, if that makes sense. The leader wasn't chosen because of their tactical brilliance, more so of their ability to do damage. He was more of a champion than a leader. But tough times require some adapting.
So, given
I
that,
assume you didn't kidnap children back then.
I mean, we didn't need to, from what I understand. The Savoie Empire gave the Red Fang recruits that they thought were capable of and worthy of being part of the Red Fang. But without that structure, what are we to do? We want to be ready. We believe it's necessary for us to be ready to end all of this, to help this prophesied Messiah in their quest. Yet if we became too powerful, then Strahd would just destroy us all. What were we supposed to do?
and now you are facing a predicament where your current leader is now in alliance with Strahd, and you follow that, even when you were there when this all happened.
Well, I'd say the Red Fang as in you, not me as in you. I wasn't there. The pack was there. This knowledge has been passed down. Bianca would be able to more passionately to speak about this subject. I mean, I don't expect myself to live that long, so for me it doesn't really matter. These changes wouldn't be for me, it would be for the youngsters. From my humble understanding, Kirill and Bianca, they think that this prophecy is just a hush-push. And that Strahd is too powerful to defeat. This Messiah doesn't exist. And all that we're doing in search of this prophecy is murdering children and suffering in the process.
And yet, I hear that if we were to remove Kirill right this instant, there would still be backlash due to a tradition that one of the pack must beat her upon by demanding a bout with her.
That's how the ancient mystical magic of the Red Fang Pack works. We are not bounded just by tradition. There's an ancient magic here.
Can we empathy composure check that?
Yeah, me ask for the two. Like, this is some bullshit. I'm hearing so many things right now.
Go ahead.
So, Bexxy,
Yes.
as Nyx is standing close to Zuleika, and like this whole conversation is going back and forth. I mean, Nyx being Nyx, he will check her out up and down. I'm wondering if like I've just been listening and trying to absorb everything here, what's going on, and given the last time you saw the statue was in Spooky House, of which Asphodel got a tattoo or like a mark. Does Zuleika have one? Or like, does she have tattoos, or like, is this something more? Like, is there any identifying marks on Zuleika?
Ooh,
Like, she
make
has the same
me-
sort of curse or something like Asphodel has.
Interesting. Very interesting. Make me a perception intelligence.
I will.
Do it.
Yeah.
And she does have that necklace, though. That little bat necklace.
Yeah, she does have a bat necklace.
Hmm.
I do not trust bats. Just
Bats will
inherent-
die. Oh, my dice is taking an age to roll.
That's strange.
Dice are rolling. It's rolling the dice according to Roll20.
Believe in your dice.
Believe in the Roll20 servers.
I lost all hope.
Huh?
Ah, what is happening?
It still says rolling the dice. Let me refresh.
Yes, please.
Oh, there.
Oh, 15. The necklace that she's playing around with, that is kind of crude, made out of this black kind of iron. But as she's like excitedly / nervously / absent-mindedly playing around with it, as she focuses on what Scannis is saying and nodding along with him, it's clear to you quite quickly that it is identical in shape to the mark that Asphodel has in her soul mark.
Oh.
Ooh, jeez.
And within the palm of the hand that she's using to play around with the necklace, you see, because of the angle, you see half of a gray batwing.
Okay, sorry. Go about your business.
Thank you.
Keep.
That happens like during all this time. And as Illyria and Asphodel squint their eyes, looking at Scannis as he's saying these things, we got an 18 and a 6. You, Illyria, like, you have no baseline here. You're not really sure. You can see that he's socially suave in his way, even though it's a little bit dry and maybe a little bit flippant. Asphodel, you do hint a little bit of a conviction there in what he's saying.
There's something magical that's a magical reason for it.
He seems convicted. Whilst Vincentia, to your side, is rolling her eyes.
Cynthia is rolling her eyes. Asa kind of looks at the, looks at the two of them, then at the statue of the Night Mother that she very well recalls what happened in the House of Horrors when I think she touched it at one point in time.
You took a short rest in the Durst kind of basement living space / bedroom, and during that you felt like a call, or you went to inspect the statue during that short rest.
Yeah.
And as you approached and got closer to the statue, it happened to you. You felt a presence in the room as you were being watched.
So there's some complexities here. But she does look at Wincentia and say, "And you don't believe that?"
She kind of hugs her stomach and then twists her head to the side. I mean, obviously this condition has a magical foundation, but to speak of it in such reverent and mystical tones when I consider it to be rather square. I don't know about that, Skennis, but you've been a little bit more romantic about all of this than I ever was. Skennis smirks and shrugs his shoulders.
And as for she sees these two kids, right? These youngins. I don't know why I can't ping it.
Yeah, it seems to be Roll20 service a little bit slow today. But are they below you or above you?
Yeah, it's behind Wincentia. The girl that has half her head shaved and stuff.
Yes. Whilst this lady here looks to be a teenager, this is a young woman, right? Not a girl, not a teenager, but on the younger side. And she is having a bit of a protected stance around the younger one, but both of them are looking at Vincentia with a certain worry, protectiveness.
Asphodel points two fingers at them and says, "You two, do you believe what Skennis says?"
The teenager furrows her brow and looks up onto the face of the older one. I haven't been a part of this long enough to make up my mind about it, honestly. I don't know. But there is something that binds us together. That I'm sure.
And do you believe in Kirill? Do you want to side with Strahd?
Not necessarily so, but I don't wish for orphans and mistreated children in Barovia to suffer like they have in the past. And if it's possible to find a better life through it and change our ways, then perhaps that would be good.
Well said. Asphodel will go up to Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Nyx, you said you had a bit of a safe place in Kresk, right? Your own little abbey.
True. Yes, I did.
How are the people in Kresk like?
How are the people in Kresk? Well, thin, but now they be getting fatter. They are scared. They are worried about, and gestures to around him. But they are hopeful because people like us are trying to do something to make things better. I do not believe they really truly understand that sometimes you have to take your own fate into your own hands to make things better, but we are showing them that we can, they can.
And do you have any sway with the people there?
What are you getting at us, Vera?
Do you have influence with them?
Well, to a certain degree, yes. We got rid of the starving problem, and we killed. He looks at Zuleika and then looks at us. Took care of my issue.
Then the way I see it, the two can. If things do change here, I think both werewolves and those of Kresk can reach a mutual agreement. Both can benefit from the other. Food, the hunt, and for the werewolves,
Well,
not a cave.
Once again, Child of the Dragon, I remind you that after Kirill has made contact with the tyrant, with Strahd, and promised our loyalty to him, and suddenly we retract all of that, do you think he's going to be happy? People like him punish those kind of things, and that means he will punish the children. Doesn't matter if we're in Kresk. It doesn't matter if we're on top of a mountain. They will be punished. How can you protect them?
It's who's saying that? Which one?
Wincentia, of course.
As he looks over Asphoda's shoulder, hearing this, he looks at Asphoda and says, "Do you mind if I just really quickly, a word in private, just over here?" And he sort of gestures to, I guess, over here.
Okay, yeah, she'll be taken away there.
I'm listening very closely to everything that is being said. And things aren't adding up to a natural order per se. And I have noticed Zuleika has a mark, much like you have. And with things that Ezzy says, or has said, I'm starting to believe that these aren't really werewolves, but merely folk that may have been cursed and calling it lycanthropy. What we discovered in Kresk was a pool of divine, I don't know how to call it, divine stained or divine influenced water that cleansed us. And that made me remember after I was modified by Strahd. Illyria remembered Amatia, remember, there were so many things that came out of that. But one thing I'm pretty sure of is it cleansed us of a curse. I have a couple of vials with me.
Do you think it would cleanse their curse? Or this curse we are facing now? With these werewolves?
Perhaps. I cannot be certain, but what we can do is perhaps feed one of them to the one that you have chained up and see if this silver still hurts her. If that is the case, as for that, the pool in Kresk could cleanse all the children and anyone who wants to come with us of this curse. And Strahd would just have to leave them because they are no longer available to be part of his army. They no longer have the strength. Merely humans. Oh, not humanoids.
I see.
But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if this is provable without you. And he, slyly reaches into his pocket to pull out one of the vials of Serpool water. Not Serpool water, Kresk water.
Yeah.
And palms it into Asphod's
Cool
hand.
water.
Secret Kresk pool water, indeed. Not at all vodka. And palms it into Asphod's hand. Claw. Paw. Whatever you call it.
I'm pretty sure anything but a paw.
Claw. She holds it.
Talon.
And says, "Well, it's clear that they are not senseless as I thought werewolves would be. They have mind to them, will, and we could still remove Kirill while we're at it."
We could take away Kirill's lycanthropy, quote unquote. If this is true. I have no sureties that this is exactly what is happening, but it's certainly something that I'm thinking about, especially with... And he sort of looks around to the back of her neck in a very sort of halfway. Something that needs to be sorted out.
Then I will take this bet.
Asphoda, make me a resolve saving throw.
A soul saving throw?
Resolve.
Resolve.
A resolve. Okay. Well, I'm pretty good at resolve. Okay.
Okay, watch this. No one.
And that is with proficiency, because I have that baby star.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch this, guy.
Famous last words.
You're just trying to jinx it at this point.
I knew it.
Inspiration, maybe?
I do have inspiration. I will use my inspiration to reroll this.
Okay. All right.
That was a mistake, guys. Watch this now.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, dirty 20.
Okay. Well, something still happens. When Nyx mentions the mark, your eyes cannot help to flicker for a second towards the statue. It triggers a memory. And then, immediately afterwards, there's a certain spot within your soul mark that starts to burn. It is not as painful as a burn from a raging fire would be. Let's take, increase the stakes a little bit here. But it's not a mere tickle either. Accompanying this strange sensation, there is a dizzy spell. Your sense of the horizon twisting and turning. You reach up, clutch your head, trying to stabilize yourself through this strange spell that immediately triggered. The dizziness passes, thankfully quickly, but rising in its stead is a bubbling fury. Righteous indignation spreads in your chest. These damn foolish kid-stealing dogs. They don't know what is best for them. They don't know what is right. You do. Only you do. They should listen to you. They should respect your judgment, heed your commands, listen to you. You should wield the power of leading this pack. That is just. That is right.
Can Asphoda feel? Is this like this feeling, this sudden indignation? Is this the feeling of Boreas or something else?
There's a whisper that is shouting this in your head, clad in your own voice, as if you're talking to yourself, yet it is still estranged from yourself at the same time. Whatever it is, it doesn't feel right. There's something off. And so you push down some of that fury, regain some of the control, but there's still embers, like this dying echo of that fury, of what that voice wanted, is still there. But you have never experienced something like that in the service of the Mountain Lord.
Nyx, I fully believe you are right.
You do? I mean...
I do.
Of course I am. I mean, really?
No. I felt that Marc, that damned Marc, sway me to lead this pathetic pack. Upon you giving me this water, I assume that it was not the will of Boreas, but that of that wretched hag. So in my defiance, Nyx, she fixes something on her armor to pocket like the water. I will do my own trickery so that these sad pups will have only one person to lead by example. And they, upon my cleansing of such a curse, do you follow me, Nyx? 2 birds, 1 stone. I still want to see that damned Kirill perish for hurting Lottie, Gilly, and this entire mess. But not all of them deserve the fate of my halberd.
Not going to lie, as for that, you're freaking me out a little.
I'm doing what my mother calls foolish yet substantial.
Well,
Yeah.
you have everything that I know. Obviously, I can't stop you from doing what you need to do. Like physically, literally, I can't stop you. You're freaking humongous. But I'll be at your side, whatever you decide.
You have many of these vials, correct?
I have 2 more, but I know where to get more.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to challenge Kirill and smother this fucking tradition with my own claws and tear it to shreds by the end of it. And
Sounds good.
she stands up and goes over to Zuleika and holds out her bare, scaly arm. I'm going to smother such traditions, and I will get rid of Kirill. And you'll find by the end of this many things to change. So go on. Bite me.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Can Nyx shoot Hamatia and Illyria some sort of look? I don't know if they understand Nyx's looks, but it's more like we got a plan kind of look, or like
Hamatia just raises both of her arms in a shrug and
no, is it I don't know if Hamatia would know this look.
Illyria looks more like surprised, but it seems like something that Asphoda would do. So it's she's like Asphoda being Asphoda again.
Classic Asphoda.
Classic Asphoda.
I mean, yeah, basically at this point.
Wait, hold on. What?
Asphoda's going to put it down. She is going to challenge Kirill for leadership and take control.
So she's going to become a werewolf? Going to be what?
First of all, that all sounds good to me. You know what I want, and if we work together towards that, I mean, I'm all game, but is this some weird sexual thing? I don't understand.
Is this Zuleika or...
Yeah, it's Zuleika. She looks very concerned, like, I'm all in, but whoa.
I mean, how does one become one of you?
Why would you think
Because
That's how...
as far as I understand, that is how lycanthropy works.
It does?
Wait, it doesn't? So how do you do it?
Asphoda has this hearing that. Her corners of her mouth, you've never seen Asphoda smile but as much like this before, but it cracks. Her teeth are showing. It looks terrifying. And she says, then my conviction only strengthens. How does one become a member of this pack?
I see. Suleika quickly sends a look at Vincentia, who looks uncomfortable but doesn't seem willing to step in, and then she sends a look towards Skenis, who shrugs his shoulders. As I said, the cat's out of the bag. The Suleika returns and levels her eyes with yours. Many cower a little bit when you get a little bit up and personal, but she at least holds your gaze steady. There's an artifact. Strangely, it doesn't look like much. It's a small, old, wooden wolf totem. There's a hidden button that when werewolf blood passes through the lips of the wolf, you wait, say the right things, and then you imbibe that liquid from the wolf's mouth again. It will turn you into one of us.
Then bring me to it, and let us get this quickly before Kirill comes. Go on, lead the way.
As part of being alpha is possession of the totem. However, not everything is lost. You can still demand this challenge. Kirill will have to give it to you and turn you into a werewolf first, but it still works.
As for the it only grows. It's just confirming in her mind. It only grows. Very well then. I shall wait to be turned and therein proceed with this challenge.
Since we're doing this, I'm a little mindful of the children here. Should we not take them whilst you wait?
You should.
After all, these eagles might need a rest soon, quote unquote.
We still have I think 20 minutes before I need to call them off.
It's pretty accurate. Damn.
I know Felix is with them on this hunt, so he shall make an appearance later. At the very least, make sure Yeska is reunited with Meulen. Millavoy.
Yes. Idiot.
At least then he has a head start.
Children? Hello, children. So the people here who want to not be here anymore and return to their families, may I introduce to you to Dawn the Eagle? And she is going to mimic a voice whilst looking away so they don't see. And Dawn is going to lip sync it. And he's going, "Oh, I'm Dawn, the friendly eagle. It's so nice to meet you.
Holy shit.
I am going to rescue you and send you to a very good person named Milvoy. So just hop on my back and I will carry you towards safety with my wings of fluffiness and love. So who wants to take a ride?
I think Bexxy's crying.
Because this went so good last time. Wow, what is even the reaction? Mostly dumbfounded staring.
It's a really cute eagle, though. It's a really nice giant eagle.
It's a really nice giant eagle.
Makes you tea and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, make me. Okay, this wouldn't really be persuasive. Make me a leadership check.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. And also, in what form are you right now?
Shit. Probably the two of them.
Yeah,
maybe,
okay.
I mean, it's a mix. She's right now. She has her actual, her normal form, but horns and eyes and teeth are out.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Make me with presence, because this required you to send commands to the eagle. No, talk to the okay. Yeah. Let's make it with presence. Leadership, presence.
Oh,
to
Jesus.
see him like this warm and fuzzy person that you try to.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah. The children are paying attention to you. They're staring, but none is really answering. They're like just quiet.
Yeah. Woo! Come on, guys, let's go. Okay.
Where is exactly this Millevoy? Says Vincentia, after like a awkward pause.
You don't know where Milvoy is, and I don't think you should. So if I can't get the information out of you, should push comes to shove, you know? But he is a very trusted person, and we wouldn't send the kids to him if we didn't believe in him. Right, group?
Right.
Very capable. Very
Yeah,
noble.
and look,
An
they can
expert
ride a
of the matter.
bird. And anyone who gets a bird gets a free flower of their choosing. I can...
This is like the D&D version of Get in the Van, I've Got Candy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's going to use minor illusion to make some sparkles on... to create some sparkles on Dawn to make him look more appealing.
This children has been through some shit. You're not really falling for the sparkle act, but Vincentia again like furrows her brow and says, "For what purpose are we? If you would fail, I'm just saying, as an hypothesis, I'm not saying that I wish you to fail. Things are a little bit complicated right now. If you would fail, and Kirill will go searching for the children, they will get in trouble."
He's getting into trouble all the time.
Whatever trouble that is, it's better than to have him here and now. At least they'll have a chance of living a normal life.
But if you fail, and the kids leave, then we still have the Strahd problem, right?
That is also something we intend to resolve.
once again,
I don't think
doubt-
Strahd is above harming children if he knows it will hurt us.
exactly. Finally, somebody understands me. How
Your
can you
concern-
ensure their safety?
Your concern is noted, but unwanted.
Isn't it better we leave them here until either Kirill has won or the Challenger has won?
Better for who?
Better
You?
for them.
No. I do not believe that children thrive when locked up in a cage. Not when their families are waiting for them.
Thriving is a luxury here in Barovia. How can we talk about thriving when basic safety must come first?
Basic safety
And
does
that
not mean
safety's
you have
only
to put them
found
in a cage.
Can Nyx walk over to what's her face, Vincenzia, and look her up and down? How tall is she?
She's pretty average, but a little bit on the tall, like 175 probably. She's dressed in like there's a long kind of cloak made of furs.
Okay, so same height as Nyx. But his hair kind of makes him taller. He looks her up and down and says, "Who hurt you to make you so insecure?"
Jesus, man.
She's gonna attempt to slap you.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
I assume I will have to roll for this because you will not just stand there and take it. I assume.
You're roll for it.
Roll for it. Vicious
Roll
slap attack.
do a splash attack.
17.
That is his armor
Shield.
class. Shield? I mean, it's a slap.
Yeah, like it won't deal any damage except to your pride.
You take 2
pride is
points
pretty
of fire
important.
damage.
Sure, like let's do this. Like as she goes to slap, he would just stand there without trying to shy away or flinch, and just his soul mark will just burst in a puff of golden sparkles and shield it. I will.
There's like a moment of what the fuck? Yes, do the soul check.
17.
Yes, you're fine. There's a moment of what the fuck, and then anger returns on her face. This is not the fucking game!
Do I look like I'm having fun here?
Your words are meaningless. This is meaningless to what we're talking about. This is not about me.
I think it is.
But you're
Your
wrong.
concern is admirable,
Admirable.
of course, but
Wow, I have never met such a small man before.
well, get used to it. There are other smaller people out there, but you seem adamant that you are these children's saviors, when you are clearly not. And this disappointment that you're feeling, you're going to have to learn to live with it, because you're going to be disappointed a lot more. You have said words that mean only things to you. They do not help the matter. And whilst you say that you're assuming they are in the best interests of these children, you no longer have a voice here. Sorry, that's just the way things are.
I am fucking fucking aware of my culpability in all of this, okay? I know. And I will be punishing myself for all the time that I have left in this world. And whilst I'm doing that, I am going to care for their safety, their well-being.
You're not caring for
And
them.
none of you are thinking straight.
Look, you aren't thinking out of the box here. Nobody says that you can't care for them. Nobody is saying that you shouldn't. If you truly care for their well-being, regardless of their state, you, if you are true to your word, would not mind where they are kept safe. You just think here is best, when I'm telling you, you are absolutely wrong. And there is a better place. And if you need to continue providing this maternal oversight for children that
What
you
is
have
done is done. Kirill has made contact with Strahd, promised our loyalty to him, promised these children to him. What will his reaction be when they are not here? When he discovers his treachery? If he takes it out on me, I don't fucking care, but
Can I
I
slap
care.
her?
Sure.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
Slap wars!
She's getting hysterical. Okay, like it's a strength attack, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's gonna be like the weakest wet slap. Anyway,
She catches your hand and kind of like pushes you away. Oh, don't fucking start with me!
you're getting hysterical.
Nix,
And-
much as I agree that children should not be in cages, as she kind of... Lyra walks up behind Nix and just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder. And she just kind of stares at this woman.
I have a point here to make.
Doing this. I
Look.
don't think I can do anything to help those kids then.
Nick turns around to Illyria and holds her wrists, like gently in front of her, and gives her a look of determination, and says, "There is a part at play here, Illyria, that I have gotten on. Asphodel has gotten wind of what it is. I have a point to make here. I have a plan. I think there is a way for this all to come out in a positive light. And that's kind of rare in Barovia.
Just don't start a fight, will you?
I'll do my best."
Nix,
Mm-hmm.
can I try one more thing before you continue? Or are you certain that we're taking the right course of action?
I'm pretty certain.
Okay. I trust you. So
Thanks.
don't go slapping everyone you see, okay?
Just trying to calm her down.
That's a
not how you
terrible
calm
way of
people
calming
down.
someone down, Nix.
There is this low kind of growl coming from her throat that has this strange kind of pathetic echo of like a humanoid making that growl, and something else bestial also in that tone. At the same time, there are these hairs that starts to grow out of her body. Her posture starts to becoming larger and larger, and then there's this huge breath that she takes, and as she releases, everything kind of retracts and goes back to normal. I will do fucking anything to keep them safe. Maybe you should get off of your high horse and
You're
start
missing the point.
thinking with some realism.
Nix, your mic.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Nope.
Sounds
Nope.
echoey.
No,
Yeah, you kind of sound like.
you sound like we're on a walkie-talkie in like the army or something. Nix, Navarre of the Vistani,
Is this better?
professional
Yes.
slapper. Yes.
That was weird.
Yeah, just microphone dropped off.
What scenting cans? It happens.
Nick says, you're missing the point. I have their best interests in heart too, but clearly, like you said, this is a vicious circle, and whilst you have guilt for the past children that have died due to how things have been going, isn't it about time to try something new? If you truly care for these children, I commend that. If that is born out of guilt, I question that. You're a maternal person, and this affliction that you have within you, is that something you truly wish? Is that something truly you want to keep as part of yourself? Do you feel that it allows you to protect the children more? Or are you a risk? If your emotions get the better of you, as they were just doing, do you not feel that you could lose control? Would you take that away if you had the chance?
She's breathing heavily, and there seems to be this battle for control for a second, as her shoulders are like heaving up and down. But she sets her jaw. What is done is done. At least this way they can protect themselves from the dangerous things of Barovia. Including hapless fools such as you.
I'm from Barovia. I know what exists here. It is not your
I
place
know
to...
that you are a Vistani, and I know that you've been treated differently. That you have been saved, cuddled, in favor of Strahd. You have not truly seen the suffering of the Barovians. How the fuck dare you speak to me from your position of privilege?
Asphodus loudly scoffs, but doesn't do anything.
Isn't that exactly the position that you're about to get yourself in?
If they have it, then why can't we?
I understand that you're doing what you're doing to keep the children you care for safe. And if I were in your position, I might do the same. But there is something I want to show you. I might be of a different sort of breed, and she's going to switch to her true form and take off her coat to reveal her scars and say, but I too was in a cage like this. And let me tell you something. No child is supposed to be stuck like that. This is not making them safe, it's making them miserable. Seeing them in these pens, it boils the blood of everyone here who is not of your kind. I understand that you're trying to make a point, and understand that you think that no other place is safe.
Do you know what they're for?
But
Do you know what they're for?
for an army, obviously.
No, the cages.
Why are they? So
Don't
please
speak
tell
from
me.
ignorance and assumptions.
Alright, so please tell me why you put children in cells. I mean, you can call it ignorance, but you're not exactly making... I would love to know. I would wish to know.
2 reasons.
Reason number 1.
If they leave the pack trying to run home to their parents, they can either die in the wild in the very delicate stage just after they have turned, and they're not strong enough for it. Or they will be lynched if they make it home. And 2, it's harder to control yourself when you're young. This is to protect them against each other. As soon as they are able to show restraint and understanding, to not leave the pack just willy-nilly. When they understand this, they are let out. Just like Gen and...
When they've given up.
These children deserve home, and they deserve parents, and they deserve to
Their
live.
parents do not deserve them.
You
And who
are
are
not the
you
one.
to say that? Pathetic, hypocritical, and absolutely sad.
Can't
You take away their hope, and you come rushing in with open arms. That is manipulation.
I know you're convinced you're doing them a favor, but at least some of the kids we know have people who love them and who care for them. You have broken families apart.
Look at my hands. No child should have these sort of hands, and they don't have it yet. They can still go back, and they can still lead normal lives. They are not scarred yet. And maybe it will be difficult, but it is possible.
Princess
So,
looks sternly into all
if
of your
they are
faces.
willing, don't rob them of their choice. Don't rob them of some agency. Let them decide what's best for them. I implore you.
But when she looks upon your scars, there's a tone of sadness in there beyond that stubbornness, right? But Still, it returns, and she opens her mouth and continues. I still don't think... But she is interrupted. Suddenly, all the direwolves turn their heads on cue to look towards the sudden entrance of this cave room. Their ears perked, listening intently to something. And immediately, Zuleika mutters, "Shit!"
We need to get them out. No. Let's go.
We've wasted too much time.
Then a voice calls out from somewhere quite some distance away. "Davanka! Why are you not at your post?" Footsteps can be heard. There's some low voices that distorts as they echo to you.
As for the Usher's like, Zuleika, lead me to her now. Buy some time up here.
Right, I can do that. And Zuleika pushes past everybody here. Vincenzo kind of takes a step in front of her. There's like a quick stare, and then Zuleika just pushes her aside.
Asphoda's following behind. Asphoda's following.
Illyria will kind of like, as she walks past, kind of like just put a hand on like Asphoda's like shoulder and just say, I'll see you later.
And she gives a firm nod as she continues on.
All right.
I think Nyx will look at Illyria in the eyes, like just close by here, and says, "Take care of them. I need to go with her." And,
Okay, good.
More about that. Stay safe, okay?
You too.
Hamatia immediately ushers the kids towards Dawn.
Okay. And with that, as Amartya is trying to coax the kids to go, Essie says "fuck that" and kind of hurries after Nyx. Zuleika and Asphoda are heading down the path, like two women who is have a score to settle. We are going to go for a quick break! Yay!
Ooh.
Let the party, yay!
Woo! Alright, okay,
Now
okay.
I'm like half thinking if this freaking Vincenzo or whatever is like just delaying us on purpose, bitch.
I mean, you
Yeah.
engaged with her, right? You could have just
Well,
said, "Shut the fuck up," because other things
Yeah,
to do.
I mean,
That is true.
it's just like we're just wasting time here, but no.
You're
That's
gonna
why
be the
Illyria
bait
was
source.
trying to kind of like stop Nyx, but at the same time, like Nyx was like, "Oh, trust me," and for now she does.
Well, nothing to say.
For now.
For now.
For now, no, she does trust Nyx.
Alright. Silent, thank you so much. How you do? How you be? Let's go and refill our drinks, empty the bladders, and pet the pets. I do
hope.
require at least a head pat for the snake. For the
The
danger
danger
noodle?
Mm-hmm.
What?
The danger
As for
noodle.
the Arrow has a danger noodle.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Oh, danger noodle.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
I'm gonna look for the chocolate milk.
Mm.
Chocolate milk run.
I am back!
No way.
Not with the cop car though.
Was it
No, it was not
like
a cop
Terminator?
car. It was just a big truck, wasn't it? Right?
I think it was a police truck.
Yeah. I do remember. Yeah, probably police truck. Yeah.
I haven't seen the
Such
movie
a
for
long
quite
time,
a while.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back. See. Go. No, I'm watching the scene now.
Mm.
It is not even a truck. It's just a regular old sedan car.
It's just a car.
Yeah, it's like a stereotypical 1980s Hollywood car
Mm-hmm.
that looks like an undercover cop car.
I'm already here.
Welcome back.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Milk in hand
Welcome back.
Indeed. I also have cookies.
to dip them in the milk.
I mean, considering it's in a bottle, that might be a bit hard to do, and I didn't bring a cup.
Go get a cup. Or just, drink a bit, then bite a bit, and then,
I
dip it
gotta
in your
do
mouth.
that. I'm contemplating if I should get a cup now.
How civilized.
I mean, look, usually I have like those little packets of like chocolate milk for children and come with a straw.
A chocolate milk box.
Yeah.
Nice.
Convenient, I mean.
I mean, yeah, my mom
yeah.
would not, because it's, it's a small portion and I can just put them in the fridge, so.
Fine. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Don't worry about drinking them within like 3 days of opening them up.
I'm a thorough endorser of the fact that, there is some ingenious creativity and innovation when it comes to children portion like drinks and food that just doesn't exist in the adult world. And we can't have that because that's for kids. You can't have a Happy Meal because there's a kid's toy in there. Like, no, screw you. I still want a Happy Meal.
Hell yeah!
I wanna be happy.
And I don't want to eat that much.
I want a freaking toy. Like, even though I'm, way past the socially accepted age of a Happy Meal, screw that. I just want a small portion of food and a freaking toy to play with for like 5 seconds. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, fuck me, right?
You know what stops you from saying, I have a kid at home? I'm just picking it up. You can just do that. You're old enough to pass off like that. Nobody would question you.
I mean, even like further to that, if you go to a restaurant and there's like a kids menu part, like I'm not feeling hungry, I want a half portion of food that you give to a kid. Oh no, sorry, it has to be for like a kid. Like, but like, what do you care? What do you care? I'm gonna give you my money anyway. Right?
Like, you're getting paid. What's the matter here?
Yeah, what are you, like corporate Joe that works for the man? What do you care? Why can't I have my half portion of fish fingers and fries because that's what I fucking want, and I don't want to hear about the fact that I would have to order twice the size because of my age. That's fucking ageist, and I want the toy too.
I mean, honestly, sometimes I wouldn't even mind one of those like fucking like mats to draw on while I'm waiting for my phone.
Yeah, got it. Bring me the crayons and
I want crayon.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, I have an adult coloring book now.
Oh, I have a few.
Yeah,
of
but like those adult coloring books are like for mindfulness and stress-related bullshit.
Yes, it's so nice. I mean, look,
I actually got a few for my grandma, and she really loves them.
I have some hot cocoa here.
solidarity.
You have cookies?
Be wholesome after the McDonald's and kids size portion, right?
I'm sorry.
Beautiful. It's coming in with the hot cocoa. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hot cocoa here.
Part of me really wants a Happy Meal.
Gotta collect the whole set.
I don't even know what the toys are at the moment.
I got Kinder eggs the other day. It was really fun.
I'll be happy if they just like had little Lego bricks in there. If I'm honest.
Oh my god, my dad always gets me those Kinder Joy. I freaking love them. And then he makes fun of me because of the toys.
Well, you should slap him in the face like Nick slapped that lady.
No, I mean he's just teasing real little, but like
Miss?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have an entire box of like little toys from Kinder Joy and Kinder Eggs here somewhere.
Oh, like my thing here is we are so fast to grow up, and there's this soul-crushing moment that no one recognizes when they're growing up because they're so focused on the next best thing that the moment of forgetting the joy of being a kid.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
ended
we
with
do
Toys
that.
R Us.
because what we're doing right now was just advanced pretend, right?
It is
Yeah.
a dance pretend,
True.
yeah.
You know what,
We're
right?
fucking children.
Yeah.
No.
There's the
Come on.
like Last Airbender game, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tangent. I'm saying that there's a childhood whimsy that comes with playing with toys that are out of Kinder Eggs or Happy
Yeah.
Meals, and there's this undefined moment in everyone's life when they get to an adulthood that you know it happened, you just don't know when. That you stopped being that kid. And why should you're super like it? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
but in terms of like, who's to say that you can't enjoy the things that you knew that you enjoyed as a kid just because you're older? Like, where is that written?
Yeah,
I don't think
individual
we
stupid
don't have any
people.
problems with that.
I think for me it was when I was like 11 years old and was told I'm too old for Barbie.
Oh.
Who told you that? Who hurt you?
Yeah,
I want
My
their name.
friends. My quote-unquote friends, because we went to this fancy private school and that means we're all adults now who aren't allowed to play with Barbies anymore.
I've been in a combat role in an army for 3 years and I still feel like a child playing like an adult.
I mean, honestly, like, I've been waiting for this magical moment when all of a sudden you just grow up and everything makes sense, and then I realized all the adults are just winging it too.
Yeah. And I would also say it's a process, right? That's why there is not a moment, right? Where you just wake up
Yeah,
on your
like
18th birthday and now you're
I'm
an
an adult
adult.
now.
that's kind of how it feels to you as a kid, though. Like,
Yeah.
right? You're like all of a sudden you're a grown up, and then you wake up one day and you have to do your taxes or something.
It's a journey. It's a journey, but it doesn't mean like you can become like more mature. I'm not using that as an antithesis to being childish, but you know, you can become a better person each day and still have a healthy relationship with your inner child. And I think some people think that those things are not, in harmony.
I didn't know what the fucking inner
I'm
child
pretty
is.
sure
I'm just a
most
child.
dads are a counterpoint to that.
My dad can be a man child and it's fucking adorable.
Okay.
And it's like 70 years.
Barovia, children, epic
To the
challenges stuff.
It's me, Daddy. Yep.
Daddy Stradi.
Daddy Stradu.
Ooh.
Wow.
Please don't swag my blood. Ooh.
Wow, Julie. The way you said that. Okay. We're going to first jump to our forward party. We're gonna see what happens here. Okay, let's move further into the cave, shall we? So Sol is not here, Mardia's not here, and Lyra is not here. But Skin is kind of creeping up over here.
Oh, but Nyx and Esmeralda coming?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see this
That's
more
why he just like
interested in
had the
this.
whole thing. Like he had to come with you. He's the only one who could rescue.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Back up.
Yeah, you could just straight up die and it won't matter. I mean, it will matter, but
Consequences for our actions.
yeah,
Question mark?
he's like,
From a distance, support. They don't need to know.
secret healing
I
word.
gotta beat the shit out of you.
Okay, alright. And then we're gonna reveal all of this.
Mm.
Okay, you're meeting this this group whose footsteps echoes to you. Kind of like you and fate are quickly colliding with each other, meet halfway. You see, indeed, this hunting party. They're dressed in heavy clothing to stave off the cold and the snow. There's still like a dusting on their shoulders, and still there's some they drag a little bit of wetness still underneath their feet with them. There's a few deers kind of lazily swung over the two dire wolves that accompany them, and you see far into the back this kind of jovial but a little bit sharp woman. There's this 14-15-year-old kid with dark rings underneath his eyes, and this gaze that jumps back and forth and between the three people ahead of him observing. There's this rather what? Oh yeah. I saw that Adrian used this one as well, but I had already plans for this one before I saw it in his stream, so fuck you.
The party didn't see this character.
Oh shit.
No, he's just hot.
Yeah, he is
I
very...
mean, there
Oi!
was a group of NPCs that they could have encountered.
Oh,
But-
my fault then. My fault.
Spoilers.
Oh no, I see hot guy in two different universes.
I recently reused an image for Butler, and my party was just like one party member who who was there when I used it before was just absolutely terrified because last time it was a demon. Oh, I just don't have that many Butler images.
Okay, that's fine. Indeed, this hefty kind of rugged man who has another deer kind of draped across his shoulders, and he's looking off into this kind of side room that he just passes and like mentions up to Kirill. Yes, Scannis is not here either. And kind of as you step a little bit, another step forward, and you come into vision of each other, you can see the athletic form of Carol, her fiery orange hair in this very intricate kind of braided hairdo that pushes back some of the hair from her face, and draped over her shoulders is this very heavy kind of royal fur cloak, but she is having this protective kind of half hug with Felix at her side, who seems rather comfortable in the split second before they notice you. And he kind of looks up to her, smiling and laughing, just as if she just have said a joke to him. But then your eyes meet in between this ragged pillars of stone making up this kind of twisting caverns here at the center of the pack's den. And Felix immediately calls out, "Asphodel?" In the next second, he's pushed behind Kirill as she takes a step forward in front of him. "State your business. Who are you and what the fuck are you doing in my home?" "No." And she kind of sees, kind of nicks behind Asphodel. "I do know you. What is that Vistani friend of whoever the fuck Strahd is into now doing here?"
Who's she talking to?
Nix.
Yeah, you.
No.
Oh, well, to
the
all
way
of
that
you.
the way she phrased it wasn't like specifically directed at Nyx. I thought she was like sort of gesturing towards Zuleika or something.
Basically, like to all of you, like what is happening here. But if none of you, answer immediately, Zuleika is gonna take like a half step forward. "There you are, Kirill. I thought that you would get lost in the snow, considering how long you took for the hunt. Was it really that hard to get a few deer, huh?" Immediately, Kirill's brow furrows. There's clear that she notices that something is wrong, considering like how openly hostile Zuleika is. "State your purpose, Zuleika. What is this?" "Oh, but this is competition. You see, we have a new, bright and strong recruit for our little pack. You should meet her."
And Asphodel, giving that to her cue, Asphodel steps forward, looking at first, as she steps forward first at Felix before looking at Kirill. "And here I am, your competition and new recruit, Asphodel Helvesiel."
And next to, as Asphodel steps forward, some sort of like look at her posture, like her expression of receiving this information, and whether or not the fact that Nyx is there representing, or the last time he saw her, she saw him,
Mm-hmm.
was at the ball making any difference? Like, is she putting two and two together, or is she like as dumb as bricks?
Maybe an empathy pusher.
That one. Next is dumb as bricks.
You were the one who was dumb all along. No.
Always has been.
As for the towers, quite a lot. The angle is a little bit awkward, so you don't really get any.
Got it. It's Asphod's fat
Yes,
ass that is
yes.
like causing him
Yes.
to not see.
Yeah, for sure. Blinding. Are you fucking kidding with me?
I don't believe anybody's laughing.
You wanna join the pack?
Did I stutter?
No one has ever wanted before. Not like this. And you said competition, Salika. So you mean to embrace somebody, for them to immediately compete with me for alpha because you're not strong enough?
And you think you are?
I defeated Emil.
And that's supposed to mean something to me.
I guess not. I do apologize. But even if it would be amusing to squash a small-ass dragon, I don't really see how I should give a shit about somebody who clearly does not respect our pack.
I don't respect you. I respect your pack. I just don't respect you.
I don't see how that is a problem, Carol. She wants to join. And we need strong members, right? As part of our beloved ancient traditions, is it not? Everyone else seems to be on board. Why are not you? Are you scared? The insult doesn't faze her at all. She continues just having this intense kind of level stare. Fine. You're right. If she wants to join, there's nothing that I can do against it, especially now, when I have abolished the right of power. But is she prepared for that competition? Has she heard the history that she requires to hear if she would take Alpha? Usually that tend to change a person.
I've already been updated of the information.
It is clear what Kirill just said hangs in the air between Suleika and Kirill.
Abolish the right to power.
Hearing the ancient histories tend to change a person.
Mm.
Immediately after that, there is like invisible lightning that goes between them. Some kind of hidden but intense tension. And they stare at each other. There's something going on between them silently.
When the abolish the right to power info hit, how's Skenis looking? Because he's right there.
Yeah, Skenis is kind of like slowly creeping up, kind of here on the side, kind of hanging to the shadows kind of still. And and is leaning up against a rock wall and kind of crossing his hands and just staring, watching, observing. But Kirill's eyes flicker to him when Suleika challenged that Kirill should accept a new recruit. So there's definitely some kind of hidden like power play or some unspoken things happening here that's intricate.
Well, the matter of the matter is, we are here. So the here is very eager in joining your ranks. I don't think there's anything really more to say. So let's get on with it, shall we not?
I guess we should. But you, Asphodel, are you truly aware of what this means? You can die.
I've been told that quite enough by not only you, but maggots under my feet.
And she gives this kind of smirk. I do like your attitude. That's at least something. Alright. If you're willing to pay the consequences, I see why not. First of all, you need to be embraced. If everybody would step a bit out of the way, let's go for the edge of the pool and get that over with. Because I can see in your face that you're aching to die.
Projection is what I'm hearing. But very well, then.
There's another smirk. She's trying to send you like a gaze of game that appreciates this game, right? And she can see in your stature that you are a very like strong person, and when she also crosses her arms, it's clear that she has also lifted some weights in her time, if that makes sense, or rocks. Do you give back that kind of respect, or is it completely disrespectful?
About what? Like, what respect is she giving exactly?
Well, she's offering that kind of gaze of like, I can see that you're convicted. I can see that you have put work behind your words.
Okay.
Let's see who wins fairly.
And Asphodel simply gives a cold and purposeful stare.
All right. She nods. Felix kind of finally takes a bit of a half step behind Kirill out. Asphodel, what are you doing here? What are you doing?
She looks at Felix and simply says, I'm doing something purposeful. There's no need to fret, Felix.
Kirill kind of looks down to Felix by her side, and then looks up at you, clearly understanding that you know each other, and she just gives off a to herself, but then lets it go. And she calls out, "Put the deer aside, do the things that is necessary. Then let us all join at the circle for this challenge. But first, you, come here." And as she goes to this like rugged man right here, kind of catches her arm and like leans in and whispers kind of low to her, "Are you sure about this? But this can undo." "Yes, I am sure. This is part of who we are." And she kind of brushes him off and doesn't look your way. She just expects you to follow her.
Yeah, Asphodel will follow. It's just that it's very laggy for me.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, we're gonna change scene quickly. Gonna go back to what is happening further in.
Meanwhile,
Indeed. So, Marnia, you wanted everybody to jump up on the eagle, right? That was the last thing.
Yeah, she is starting to beckon everyone to do the eagle.
All right. The two of the no, not that one. I think.
Can we switch scenes though?
Oh shit! I didn't bring you with me.
Okay, I wouldn't bring me with you either.
Wow. Okay. Jeska is shyly stepping forward. Then two other children like hesitate, like look around, look at the direwolf, but they also step forward.
How many children can I fit in an eagle?
In an eagle?
In an eagle?
Like on an eagle.
yum yum yum.
Yummy! Children!
Whoa!
That's how you transport kids.
Marc, I think the hack's shining through a little.
Oh no!
That would be a twist.
Yes, my children, feed!
So all of your like giant eagles have pockets in their insides.
Fuck eagle.
I consider them like small creatures right now. So 2.
So I'm gonna bring Dusk as well.
Okay. This kid over here, it doesn't necessarily seem scared, but he's just openly staring, not doing anything else. This kid here, though, just continues pressing against the back of the cage, looking tiny bit angry.
This one?
Yeah, the one with the face.
Alright, Leah,
Sure.
can you put them on the eagles? I'm going to try and convince the other kids one more time to leave before we go.
Alright. I tried to talk to that one, but she's not very talkative.
I'll go speak to her. And
Alright.
Hamatia will approach this kid.
Alright.
Hello?
The one below?
The one with the one who was angry.
Angry, yeah.
The one with the face.
The one with the face, indeed. She's only staring at you.
Listen, it might be a bit scary and it is a bit confusing. I just came here to tell you that you have one chance to not become like this, like me. I suggest you take it, despite your clear objection to it. But in the end, it's your choice. And I hope you will make the one which is right for you.
This is better.
This is better.
She nods once.
Very well. Happy hunting. And this one?
Seems very scared.
Hello.
Like trembling, kind of scared. Snot, kind of scared.
Can I come in?
Pushes even further away from you.
Listen, I know I can be a bit scary, but I don't bite necessarily, and I don't scratch, and I don't use that horn. I'm not many years above you, and I just want to make sure that you're in a place that is right for you. So if you can answer one simple question, I would be most grateful. Do you have anywhere to go to?
They shake their head.
I understand. I wish you the best, and she's gonna use Druid Craft to grow a sunflower near his cage. If you change your mind, it is never too late, and you can still live a good and happy life. Well, it's time that we take them off, I believe.
Lyria, while Hamartia is doing that, would kind of turn towards the other, like,
Mm-hmm.
have all of them been turned yet? I don't think so, right?
No, some of them have been too weak.
Which
Too
ones?
young. She nods towards Ilya and towards the angry girl.
So she hasn't been turned yet.
No, she indicates that those two have been.
Oh, those two have been turned.
Yes, because
But
they're
the
a little
others
bit.
have. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jessica
sorry.
is like 6 years old.
Yeah, Jessica's like tiny. That's why. Sorry, I confused Ilya and Jessica for a moment.
Ay.
How dare I?
No, Ilya here has been turned.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ilya has been turned.
Okay.
And the girl.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Ilya, as I said, is just sitting there and like staring out into nothing.
Yeah, you might want. Can you please speak with Ilya? He won't speak to me through that.
I can try, but
Do so. We don't have
they've
enough.
already been turned. Do you think this is a good idea?
I think. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's your call.
Are you alright with us taking the ones that have a place to go?
Yes, that would be most grateful. That would be great. Everyone, on the eagles, please.
Beneos says, as long as they're willing, I guess it has to be this way. But remember, if anything happens to them, it's on you.
No. And if something were to happen to them, I would forgive myself. Trust me, I will do everything in my power to keep them safe.
And Matia will try to like saddle them on the eagles.
All right.
And once we have she is going to command the eagles to fly to where Milovoy is.
Okay. All right. So as that is happening, let us head back.
Some good hot cocoa.
To here. We are gonna be over here. And the rest after a while kind of gather here to watch what is happening. Let's go actually for
Break.
a break.
Another one.
Another one. A cinematic view.
Oh my god, it's the caves.
There's no ambience, I just noticed. Is it muted? Oh. There we go. Yes. She steps up to the waters and then turn. Sees that you're have been following her. She waits until you're a comfortable distance away before she reaches far into her fur cloak to bring up this kind of not bigger than 30 or perhaps 40 centimeter tall wooden wolf statue. The wolf is sitting, and it is worn and a bit faded. There's some areas of it that parts of it that has been shipped. It doesn't look anything else than just an old wooden it's hard to wrap your head around how this could be such a powerful magical item. And she holds it with reverence, a bit of confliction, and then she pushes something from underneath it where the jaw kind of pops open. She brings out a small kind of butcher's knife, hunting knife, and she makes a quick gash into her other hand, which she then turns into a fist, then holds it above the gaping black hole that is the wolf's mouth, and then she squeezes, letting her blood drip into it.
Not at all spooky.
After there is a few drops in there, she closes the mouth and quickly wraps a torn piece of her inner shirt around her palm, not caring if it's dirty or just haphazard. And then she holds up the totem with both of her hands in front of you, Asphyda. And she says, "Right. Next, repeat after me. I swear upon the ancient traditions.
I swear upon the ancient traditions.
Upon my patrons and matrons that have guided me.
Will my patrons and matrons have guided me?
Upon the legacy that I leave behind.
Upon the legacy that I leave behind.
Upon the purity of my honor.
Upon the purity of my honor.
And the strength of my conviction.
And the strength of my conviction.
That I will embrace my beast.
That I will embrace my beast.
To protect the will.
To protect the will.
That deliver us through the night.
That deliver us through the night.
Perfect. Alright. Open wide.
Asphyda opens her maw. She does have to, kind of squat, lean down.
yeah, a little bit, yeah, for sure.
She does not go on one knee. That's for honorable people. But she lowers herself to take in this mixture.
Right. The blood that drips from the wolf when it comes out is somehow even more red than it was before. Like, instead of this dark kind of red, almost like leading to black as blood starts to coagulate, this instead turns towards the shade of more like neon red. And it's thicker, even thicker than normal blood. And it's a bit of a patient thing, as slowly this big chunk of transformed blood leaves the wooden totem's mouth to drop into yours. It is foul. It is not nice. And it has a very strange texture, a little bit chunky. Indeed. But easy with your composure, you force that shit down. And she takes a step back, putting the totem away safely once again, and looks at you expectantly. At first, it's just an icky feeling of like feeling that chunky piece of strange blood kind of traveling down your throat and into your stomach. It's like it's a slow process of your cilia forcing this thing down. And when it does, there's this strange sensation, a coldness that starts to spread from within and then dissipates. You look at her, she looks at you, and you start to wonder if that was it. Then, ding ding, you can hear your own heartbeat deafening in your own head. Dun dun, again and again and again until it starts to race, and you're starting to feel a little bit panic, like Are you going through a heart attack here? Like, what is going on? Is this what is supposed to do? I don't feel okay. But as it reaches the climax, it almost feels like your heart is going to jump out of your chest. Instead, what happens is that your body breaks. You can feel your own bones and skin rearranging themselves. And it is strangely pleasurable and agony at the same time. And it's also confusing that your brain doesn't even have the time to figure out if you should be happy right now or screaming in pain. But when it becomes too much to even comprehend what is happening to your body, the transformation happens. Could you share how Asphoda, the werewolf, looks like?
Asphoda, the werewolf dragonborn, yes. It begins. She feels a prickling under her scales. And when she looks at her clawed hands, filaments begin to stick out between and underneath those scales, merging with them, side by side. From the scales of her maw, her face, her neck, it comes out. Silvery white hairs as her horns grow and twist, as drool drips from her growing maw, while her teeth only sharpen into a jagged feral array. Her claws seemingly growing with her as they curve to be like that of meat hooks. And her eyes and soul mark burn with a cold fury as she thinks about the children, Gilly, Lottie, and the fucking shit she had to go through for this moment to rip and tear the red bitch in front of her. And I do have an image.
Ooh. Yeah! Show us.
It's similar. Obviously, no wings or the color in a color change, but I do have an image of a werewolf dragonborn.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's really fucking cool.
Damn.
He looks
That's
like
so
a
metal.
cross between a dragon and a wolf, just smashed together.
But in Asphoda's scaly color, of course.
Yeah, and as for the scaly color, she has scales and fur that's bumping into each other.
Damn. All right. That's fucking cool. It's new and strange. But you're old enough. You're mature enough. And so you do feel a moment of clarity in this red haze. There is an primal fury, like a bestial, intrinsic, ancient, animalistic brain. This new you. You're free from the shackles that the civilized Asphoda has put around you. And they weren't much really for Asphoda to begin with, but you can feel the things you're slipping away, and it's like a burden that drops, and it's liberating. But in it, there is a cold nugget of clarity that you know if you reach for it with enough willpower, the beast will sink in and hide underneath your skin.
Asphoda fucking reaches out to grasp that little teeny tiny nugget.
Mm-hmm. All right. And slowly your bones rearrange themselves again. This time you have grown more used to it. Now it doesn't feel as much as it did before. Now it's just this strange feeling of your body shouldn't move in this way, yet it does. The hair retracts, the teeth, well, they were pretty sharp to begin with, but become less sharp, less elongated.
So filed down, filed down.
You ache. There are some crunching noises that across the pool is make probably Esmeralda and Nyx cringe a little bit, but you do return to yourself.
And she looks down at Kirill, standing at full height, and says, "So when shall we begin?"
I am impressed that everyone is able to transform back so quickly. This will be interesting. I kinda wanna do this right now, because I think you're doing something fucky back there. I can hear it. I'm eager to get this over with. Are you?
I've been waiting long enough. And Asphoda takes out her fucking weapon and is ready to go.
Alright. Okay. Let me send you what it means to be a werewolf. Or what happens in your werewolf form.
Hoo-hoo-hooey.
And she scratched her ear with her back leg now.
She's now
That's
capable
that's
of
the have an eyeball now.
An eyebrow?
a
Big old bushy eyebrows.
bushy eyebrow. I look upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. That's the deal. But okay, so back to the back of the cave, the Bat Cave.
Back cave.
Yeah. The eagles have taken off with the children, who have gone to the base of this part of the mountain to Savoie and to Hans. What do you do? Where do you go?
Right.
Okay, we actually
Right.
need to change this music, because this is an epic moment.
Oh wait, there's music?
But there has not been playing music for you?
No.
Playing all night.
Yeah, it's always music.
Whoops. Whoops.
There's always
Oh, well.
music.
Still epic.
Yes, what are you doing?
Where the fuck am I? Okay, I can like miss it.
Julie, are you muted?
Oh, I was. I thought I unmuted
Oh.
myself.
That's okay. I realized.
I wasn't saying much either, though. I was just saying that the music has been playing indeed.
Yes. Okay, so the eagles have taken off, passing still the chained Bianca. And into that small tunnel and out into the free. What are you doing next? And what are you telling your eagles to do after?
I'm telling my eagles to return to immediately return after they put down the kids.
Okay.
And Amartia will look at all of the werewolf people here and say to them, I know it was hard for you to do, but you've made the right choice. And it might not feel glamorous, but we never really do. So I genuinely want to thank you for being reasonable. Sorry about the spikes.
Regencia holds out a hand to Kennen. The young woman beside her, and kind of like half hugs her to her form, whilst the girl herself says, "It was nothing. It's okay. Impressive though."
Have all of you joined this way? Were you all taken as children and got put in those cages?
We were. But Kennen here was the last.
I see. There.
Yeah?
You doing good?
Yeah. Being as good as I can in this situation. Lyra has been kind of like looking over towards the boy in here whose name I totally didn't forget in the past.
Ilya.
Ilya. She's
Yes.
been like kind of contemplating, but there's not much she can say.
So far, no one has really interacted with him. He's just been
I mean, she has been like,
unresponsive.
yeah, like, I mean, Lyria has been kind of like standing there, kind of like watching him.
And he's been like staring off into nothing for all that time.
Maybe you
that
should speak to
normal?
him. No, it's
Just wondering if that's normal for the kids who are here.
I don't think that's normal for any kid, but I
Shouldn't
can
be.
tell you that I've done something similar quite a lot back in the day.
I'm sorry, and Illyria kind of like
No, that's not the point. The point is
she does kind of like give like like a little like I don't know, head pat.
Aw. Point being, watch for the horn, you don't want to get stabbed by it. Point being, he is not well, and I don't think me speaking to him will help particularly.
You can try.
But I believe you can.
I can try. I'm just not sure what he he has already joined the pack, right?
Yes, but he is conflicted. He isn't like the girl over there. She seemed pretty determined to stay here. He looks conflicted.
Lyria does kind of like turn around once again and kind of like
You should talk to him.
kind of like sort of like squats down in front of this cage, and it's just like, hey.
Okay. He at first doesn't really notice that you're there, but then this little jerk to his head, and he turns over to you.
You're Ilya, right?
There's a pause again, and then a slow nod.
Friends with your father. He misses you a lot, you know.
Pa? Oh. Mama?
They asked us to find you. They're terribly worried.
They tell me I can't leave now.
Who says that?
They do. These people. Part of...
Do you want to be with these people?
Do I have a choice?
I'm giving you a choice right now. So she kind of like holds out her hand.
I'm different. They
You
say
like
I'm
them now, aren't you?
dangerous. What if I end up hurting Ma and Pa?
What if you could learn not to be dangerous anymore?
He slowly nods at that.
Actually, I think I might have a friend who might be able to help you with that very soon.
By the way, after interacting with him for a bit, make me a medicine intelligence actually.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Actually, she's... Well, I mean, she's pretty bad at it, but she does have some knowledge of medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Jesus.
Hey, sometimes you're lucky. You know, you felt this a bit when you were sent out on your first mission where things got hot as a soldier. But you learned to recognize it more in the fresh recruits around you in the army. This kid is showing signs of shock. Right? There is no emotion there. Very slow responses. Confused. Apathetic. He's dealing with some trauma in, the way that our humanoid brains are able to.
Who would have thunk it?
One way, at least. Who would have thunk? Indeed. And when somebody is shell-shocked or shocked like this, that they usually require a gentle hand and guidance, right?
Yeah.
They have a hard time taking action on their own. They need to be led out of it.
Okay. Illyria's still holding out. Illyria's kind of carefully getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to try to take his hand.
Okay.
She's gonna gently take it and look at him and say, "We can do this together, right?" And she's gonna kind of try to maybe take him out of the cage slowly.
Make me, I think in this scenario, actually, again, this is going to be leadership, but a leadership presence.
Yikes, 14.
It requires coaxing and time. During that time, you do get interrupted as a group of people clearly are moving this way, judging by the echoing footsteps. And in the lead of that is Carol herself. Behind her is Asphodel, and a whole group of people. Some of you recognize, some that you don't. You see this. You see Felix. You see this other kid, another woman, that rugged man. As soon as Carol sees Bianca, she stops in her tracks, looks at all of you, looks at the cages. Her shoulder starts to rise a little bit, and then she looks back at Asphodel and she says, "As long as I am Alpha, she will not be treated this way." And she marches over to Bianca and would release her bonds.
And as Kirill goes over, to free Bianca, she only has the most sinister of smirks on her maw.
there's definitely a tone shift here. Before Kirill was respectfully entertaining this whole challenge, but now it seems to become a bit more personal. Bianca is freed. She gasps for air. She sends some really hateful looks towards Asfera, and she like she's drenched in his cold sweat. Kirill asks for a direwolf to come over, and Bianca kind of leans against it. But the challenge has been issued. The parameters set of it, and Kirill definitely sense the duty of her situation, so she continues ahead, and so begins a mass exodus of most of the inhabitants of the cave, walking up those short couple of steps through the back tunnel to stop in a loose half circle, camps clearly drawn between who stands neutral, who supports Kirill, and who supports Asfera. And then our two combatants step into the ring. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of the Misery!
Jesus Christ, it's
Night,
always week! All of this for next week.